Oops. So, welcome, everyone, to a new layout for Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. Uh, one second. Check. We were having so many problems on Streamlabs. We decided to come over here and try StreamYard. And we're not having all the lagging issues and all the choppiness we had earlier. So we came on here earlier to see if it worked. And it did. So hopefully we can roll with this and see how this works for us. All right, so now I'm all set up. The only thing is I don't know. Oops, I don't know how to do a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know if I could set up extra cameras on this, all sorts of stuff. So until I find that out, I think I'm going to be on this camera only. Because, like I said, I'm not sure. If I do this on my phone, I'm sure. I'd be able to, move it around, but I just don't know about if I can add multiple cameras on here. But yeah, I want to try out this new layout, see if it's kind of cool, and maybe we'll just start doing it off of here. I'm a Streamlabs guy. I'm not saying I'm done with Streamlabs. I'll try this a couple times, see how this works, and see what it does. If it's any better, if everyone likes it better or something, we'll give it a try. God, my hair's getting long. I'm trying to pull it down through here so it gets shorter up here, but this stuff grows so slow. I don't know. I just decided I've never grown a beard in my life, so I'm doing it for the first time. But so we did water changes yesterday. And yesterday and today? And I went through a lot of the tanks that have an overabundance of moss, and got rid of half to 3/4 of it. It's just too much. So I don't know. I've just kind of learned that. I shouldn't say I learned. It's just I like it better when I can do. Oops, hold on, camera. All right, when I can do, or when I can, see the shrimp, take it out. It helps the filters filter the tanks better too when 90% of it's not moss. So the only thing I don't get rid of, because the moss, I have so much of it. I sell it at the store. I give it away in some orders. I try to sell it on orders, but excuse me. Mainly what I do is just chuck it. Or like, let's say like this one down here. has hair algae in it. What I can do is just go through it, make sure there's no shrimp in it, chuck it in the trash, and get some nice stuff out of another tank and put it in there. Like that can go, there's a few that can go. I noticed that I get algae buildup on my mosses when my filters aren't running very strong. So I've actually kind of finally figured it out on how to get all the pressure that I can and have them not slow down. I mean, I cleaned some this time, but that's all it was some. That's all I needed to do was a few. I didn't need to do a ton of them like I used to. And but everything's doing really good. I cleaned the sponges out a lot. That was one of the biggest things. Hold on a second, I'll show you guys something. So this is one I got to put back together. I don't know what I do with all the parts. I got to get the pipes for it. But so what, you'd have the dual sponge filter. And what I would do, well, I'll just tell you what the issues were that I was having. The sponges, they would start to grow, hair algae, all sorts of algae all over them, or it would grow those tufts, the tufts of algae, where they grow in large patches, like grass. And, there's some tanks that suffer from it more than the others, but I was wondering really what could be causing this, and why are my tanks building up algae so much? And not all of them. There's only a few. And so I started thinking about it, and I do understand if there's an imbalance and this, that, and the other. But then I started wondering if my hold on, let me try something. Oh, wow, I can do that? Okay, well, let me shut that off so it'll stop doing the moving the focus continuously around on me. No matter where I move, it keeps jumping. It's making me seasick. All right, there we go. But I started wondering, what could be causing it. And it seemed that no matter how much, oh, well, that's not even far behind. No matter how much I changed the water, it didn't seem to matter whatsoever. The hair algae wouldn't go away or anything like that. And I was like, all right, well, I would remove a lot of it by hand. And it would still come back. So then I can't remember who I was listening to. Just doodling around, when I'm down here working in here, even when I'm painting or painting a house or something, my phone's in my pocket. I'll play a stream. I don't care, because it's like I listen to music, but sometimes I'm just not in the mood for music. So there might be something on I want to hear or listen to, and or some other show, Dave Shapiro or something, So anyways, I don't know what brought it on. Just the thought of dirty sponges. And I thought to myself, well, what the heck? I clean out my sponges, see, these are bigger sponges. These are made for up to a 55-gallon tank. Well, they're in 10-gallon tanks and some 15-gallon tanks, because I have some 15-gallon tanks. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 15s. So, I mean, they're not in 55-gallon tanks. So I can run them. I should be able to run them pretty long in the tanks, and they should be able to handle a lot. So if I go a month, let's say 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks of cleanup. Well, what happens is, and this was something I kind of found out, realized, kind of taught myself this time around, was the sponges, you would suck out water out of the tanks to do water changes. You'd siphon it out. Well, they say, well, you should clean your sponges out in your tank water to kind of make sure that you don't crash your system. Well, that's understandable. But the bad thing that I was finding out was when I would take one of these off and squeeze it in a 5-gallon bucket, that's really like that's all I was getting. I squeeze in, I ball it up, squeeze it like this, but just with one hand, and it would squeeze stuff out. And then when I thought it was done, I'd stop and do the other one. Well, then I started to notice that some of these, I mean, they're really, the tanks were getting algae in them. And still, I don't know if this is the answer yet, but I'll tell you what I did find. So, I'd squeeze them both out, put it back in the tank. Well, then I'd do like maybe 3 or 4 tanks in one 5-gallon bucket of tank water. And the water would just be so dirty, so nasty. So I would, dump it out, drain more water, do, 3, 4 tanks, dump it out, drain more water, 3 more tanks, that type of stuff. Well, what I tried this time was, because in my opinion, what I'm doing is the first bucket, okay, you squeeze stuff out of the sponges. I mean, the first tank. Then you go to the next tank, and then the next tank, and all that gunk is in the bucket. And every time you squeeze it out, you're sucking it back in. Squeeze it out, you're sucking it back in. Squeeze it out, you're sucking it back in. Now, having all these tanks, do I take some water out, clean the sponges, dump the water, take some water? I'll be here all day. So what I chose to do this time is, so I got to do 10, 12 tanks. So I pull the sponges off all 12 tanks and then go to start to refill the tanks. Well, what I did is I took these sponges over to the sink over there, and you could tell a dirty sponge filter. If you're used to using dual sponge filters, you can tell when it's dirty. There's 2 ways that I can tell. One, when you take it off, it's real heavy, and you could tell there's a lot of matter within the sponge. 2, the outer shell of it is like hard. It's like crusty hard. Okay. So those are the 2 ways that I could tell that a sponge filter is dirty. Hey, what's up, Chubbs? And so what I was wondering was, am I cleaning these properly? Am I cleaning these enough? It said, everyone who's been in the hobby, whether you do fish, anything, whatever. If you have sponge filters and you clean them out, or a filter with a sponge in it, you know, like I have big 110s on, I have two 110s on my 120 over there. You know, they say don't wash them out in the sink. You should do it in tank water, you know, because you're not killing all the bacteria in it. But then, you know, everyone else says, oh, that's what I do all the time. Well, I'm one of those people that does it all the time. So when I clean out a fish tank filter, it goes over to the tub. Now I'm 48 years old. I've been cleaning tanks since I was probably 9, 10 years old. I wash it out there, put it back in there. Good to go. And if you're worried about it, like me, I keep Fritzheim 7 live bacteria, and I keep my live bacteria for Caridina shrimp tanks, so for RO water. So either way, if I take out any amount of bacteria, I have bacteria to put back in, and it's fresh and new and clean. And you know, I mean, well, I guess it really doesn't mean if bacteria is bacteria, I guess, you know. So, but anywho, so what I did is I went over there and I would grab a sponge out of the bucket that felt really heavy, and that was like covered with algae and stuff, and I'd squeeze it out, squeeze it out, squeeze it out, and I'd be like, wow, there's not really much coming out of this. So I'm like, I don't understand. There's algae growing all over it, but nothing's coming out of it. Not much, anyways. What you would think would come out of a sponge filter that's covered with algae. So that's my normal routine. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And what I do is I roll it. As I squeeze it, I roll it. I roll it. I roll it. I do this, you know, crush it, crush it, crush it. That's all I do. And then when I feel that it's done enough, I stop. Well, what I did this time and what flipped me out is now the ones that really didn't, they both did it really good, but the hard, crusty ones that felt like they had a skin on it, I would go squeezing them and like almost nothing would come out. I was like, you know, something's really messed up here. I don't understand. I've been cleaning these sponges out since I started using dual sponges, and you know, something doesn't seem like I'm doing it right. So I take the sponge and I would crush it down like this, and I would do this. Like, let's say you got socks, like, you know, you got a stain in your shirt or something, and you squeeze it. And what I started thinking of is everything inside of this sponge is hard. You know, it's in there, and it's used to staying in this type of format, in a cylindrical format. So when you crush, 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 it's all still stuck in all the pores, because these are really small pores that catch all that microscopic stuff that you want out of the tank that you're supposed to catch. Not use a sponge filter with the big, huge holes in it, and you know that'll never catch anything. But these catch everything. So when I started to crush it like that, move it back and forth, and I had it under the water, it just immediately like exploded of all this gunk coming out. And I was just like, what the heck? So I started to crush it, crush it, crush it. And then all of a sudden, these sponges started to release dirt that I never even knew existed, because all I used to do is go like this. Got in the habit of cleaning 1 or 2 sponges every week, and I shake them. Right. But whatever, you know, whatever you do, you know, I didn't do nothing. I just squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then when I didn't see anything, I would stop and then go to the next one. And some of them, I'd squeeze them and be like, man, there's not much coming out of this. Well, I didn't know, you know, doing that crush and move, you know, back and forth, that like breaks it all up inside, and it goes, it just goes everywhere. So all of these sponges in here have now been crushed, you know, and shook and everything, and got all that nasty stuff out. Well, you figure if this thing's filled with gunk, and let's say I'm only getting 10% of the junk out of it, 20% of the junk out of it, I put it back in there for another few weeks, and then it fills up more, and then it just becomes a breeding ground for all the algae and everything. It's kind of like dirt in your yard, all the stuff that's in here, and it starts to foul the water, let's say. Even though it's bacteria and all this and that, but still, when this thing's packed, it's overloaded and it's not pulling anything out of the water anymore because it's so full. So everything in the water is kind of just like staying within that body of water while these are full. So the tank's not being cleaned anymore because these can't clean it no more. In my situation, because I wasn't cleaning them really well. And that's what was allowing algae and those tufts and everything to grow on these sponges, because I was doing such a poor job at cleaning them and I didn't know. Yep, and the dirt kind of crystallizes on the inside. Yeah. But see, I didn't know that. I didn't think about it because I thought, oh yeah, I'll crush it, crush, spin, crush, spin. I thought it was getting everything out of it. I wasn't even coming close. So I just told myself, you know what? I'm going to take off 10 tanks at a time. That's a lot. That's a lot of sponges to be cleaning at once. But now all the sponges have been crushed, cleaned, and they're all running. They're all running at 100%. I never even filled this stinking tank up. Look, I just do all the tanks and already evaporating. I gotta shut my dehumidifier off. Lunatic friends, what's going on? The hell was that? Felt like I sucked in a bug. I figured that out about a week ago. Yeah, because I look at the tanks and I'm like, all right, why is the algae growing in some tanks? And the rest of the tanks, it's not. It's the slimy hair algae. Now I look at the sponges, and the sponges are coated with slimy hair algae. And I'm like, all right, and all the other tanks that don't have slime algae, there's nothing on the sponge filters. So what I was telling myself was possibly I'm not cleaning those sponge filters properly, and it's like it's full of dirt. So I just decided to crush it. And I'm sitting there after I already figured it out. I'll go to just squeeze other ones just to see what it does. It'll give me some dirt, or it'll give me a lot of dirt. And then I go to crush it after I get it all out. It like redoes it all over again. So as some sponges were so dirty, and you figure, I got almost 2 years on these sponges with, well, from what I see, real crappy cleaning. High protein. What, the sponges? So now it's all over. They're all cleaned, good to go. And what, we'll see what happens. All right. And then part 2 to the story. I've been doing it, for quite some time now, and everything's running really good. Let me show you this one, though. Like I said, if I knew how to turn on more cameras and everything, I just have to grab a filter with a pipe on it. Just 1 second. Yeah, I'll just grab this old one. I got so many filters laying around. I got a whole box of filters, but it's brand new filters, but they're underneath my insulation. So you guys have seen not the bug you swallowed. Yeah. No, the bug you saw. Yeah. Protein. Yeah. I think you may be onto something, as every time I see an aquarium with an infestation of hair algae, it is a sponge filter. I really, really think that I found the answer. I really, really do. Because if I'm like in my buddy's store and I see stuff growing on a sponge, in fish stores, they don't feed their fish, not because they're being mean. It's because, it saves them thousands of dollars in water changes, and it's hard for a store owner to have to do all that all day, all by himself. But anyways, so part two, I've been fighting this, trying to figure out how to best have, because I have a lead of 60s and I have two air pumps. So I have one that runs this whole wall, 32 tanks, and I have one that runs this wall, 24 tanks, and they're both a lead of 60s. I keep them really high. I keep them up in the floor joist where it's hot. So they'll suck in warm air and pump warm air through the tanks and everything. You guys have seen that I've tried the PVC pipe method, where I put the PVC pipe onto this and then put a stone in there to create more of a flow, to suck more, to try to stop the clogging of the dual sponge filter. Well, I think that I've done it to where it's so slow of a clog that it's not hard to keep up with now. And I don't have to do 50 of them per water change. Okay, this is what I did. Let's say that this has the 90 neck on the top of it. Aqua Balls, what's happening? Welcome. So let's say that this is a normal dual sponge filter. Okay, and in the 10 gallon, what I was doing is I would have, let's see, this thing's old. It was expensive. Can you believe that I paid $21 for this stupid thing? Cheap junk. But okay, let's say this is at the back of the 10-gallon tank. I would have that 90 right at the top of the water, so it would blow the bubbles across the top of the water, keep it broke up. The water would hit the front of the tank, it kind of keep that rolling, of the water. Well, what would happen is over time, very short time, the water would evaporate and it would go down below the 90 neck. And what I'm coming up with now is, as it gets lower and that neck's like up here by itself, or only half of it's in the water, is the pressure within this tube changes. And it's not under as great a pressure because it's not all underwater. So what happens is it can have more air circulation in here, not the air coming through the tube from your air pump, but even air from out here can be circulated within this tube. Now, in my scientific calculations, what I believe is happening is, when all that's going on, the air goes down inside of this tube, where the air comes in here. It blows in here and it comes up here. Well, you have that little rib of of dots in there that breaks it up. It creates the mist. Well, I believe the air, when there's not enough pressure within these tubes, that's when the algae starts to grow and solidifies or hardens around. Solidifies is the right word. No, it hardens, crusts over those little dots, which then starts to stop it going all the way around. And then after a while, can only be hitting 2 or 3 of them. You're only getting so many bubbles. So then in turn, you have to take these apart, or you have to get the brush like I have. You know, you got to get these big brushes, run them down there all the time, clean them. So what I decided to do is, I had seen in someone's shrimp room, this wasn't me just, I mean, no one gave me the idea. I just saw somebody. And I'd have to say, if I came up with who actually did it, who I actually saw a long time ago, was Rico Nico. I'm sure most people know who he is within the shrimp world. But I noticed that his filters were under the water, and the water would come out of that 90 and go up. And I thought, I wonder if I sink all my filters, if I drop them way below the water, let's say an inch to an inch and a half, even if there's evaporation, that 90 will not be above the water. If keeping that high pressure, that water pressure in this tube at all times, will slow down the crustation, the crusting of those little indentations that create the fizzing bubbles. And so I shove them down 2 inches max. The more you shove down, the crazier the top of the water goes. Just shove them down. You'll see what I'm saying. But I was having problems before with trying to figure out how to get, because I was like losing air and everything. I shove all these down. Now I have to turn a bunch of these down because they're so powerful that 60 is pushing 32 tanks, and I have to turn some down. Now the bottoms, the bubbles come from the back all the way to the front so fast. Also, it's not guppy grass. The floaters are starting to die off because they're not just sitting there anymore. Because that's what really makes them grow, is they just sit up there. So now when you have all that flow, it starts to get them wet on top and everything. They start to die out. So, but shoving them down about 2 inches has changed the whole ball game. I took all the PVC pipes out, took everything out. I run all dual sponge filters, 32 tanks on a 60, an Elite 60, with so much air. But I didn't have the air when I had the 90s up out of the water, just creeping out of the water, because it was like I was losing air. But I didn't realize that until I shoved them all underwater. And now I have so much air, I have to turn some down because they're too powerful, which is good because some of the tanks they would die out in like 4 days. They would get crusted up so much in here. So if you have dual sponge filters and you're suffering from the same thing I'm talking about, where they're dying down, they're getting all slimied up in here and stuff, shove them down into the tank. Keep that 90 from coming above the water. Shove it down in there. And that's what I've learned, that the pressure stays built up in here, which doesn't allow it to crust up in there so fast. And it's probably been, since my last water fill, a month. And I probably cleaned about only 6 of these out of 54 tanks. 6. When I was doing like 40, it was driving me nuts. So that's try it, Aquaball, try it. It's really good. Now the other thing, the light's off. I redid. Here, I'll turn it on. I redid the Fluval Flex behind me. I haven't come on here videoing stuff, Fluval Flex, due to the fact that because I didn't want anybody asking to see it, and then I had to show it because it was really cloudy due to the amount of live bacteria I put in there. Because you guys know I sell live bacteria for Caradina tanks, and I use Fritzine 7 for my Neo tanks and my fish tanks and my mystery snail tanks now, because we're now breeding mystery snails here at Detroit Shrimp. So it's going to be Detroit Shrimp and Snails. But so now the tank is done. It is clear. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but I just haven't done the layout of it. Okay, I have a lot of boosts in there, more than I did before. All the plants are gone. Everything that was in there because of the scuds, I took all up to my buddy's fish store and sold them to him. He gave me a lot of big money for it. So all of those huge plants in there, I should have got them a while ago when I first saw them, but they're all huge Anubias. Some customer brought them in, and he was selling them for $50 a piece. I got some up in here now, down there. They're monsters. But I went in, he wanted shrimp, some nicer shrimp for his back room. And I said, hey, I'll bring you up some. We can trade. I want those Anubias because I want the new setup to have the Anubias and the other shit. God, I can't remember. I can't believe that. I got a brain fart. The boost. So I want to do this. I got one crypt I put in the corner, but I have all huge Anubias. The wood that was in there is in there, but I turned it different. It's just sick looking. The boost is all in there. I got all different types. I took all the shrimp up. I did a good call on the tank. I took about 24 shrimp out of there, adults. There was probably 140 babies, and I kept all the adults that look good. So this is going to be Boost and Anubias. All slow growers, but large leaf on the Anubias because I want to, for videos, for filming and stuff, I want to capture them on the leaves, this and that. Well, anyways, when I first saw these, like I said, he was selling for $50 a piece, but he'd sell them to me for $20 a piece. Well, then when I went back, when I decided, okay, well, I'll get them, I'll take these shrimp up here and trade them. Because at the time, this tank wasn't torn down. They were looking great. I mean, just gems. Well, when I went up, he is keeping them in a 10-gallon with a really low light, like a blue and a red only turned on, and they started to melt a little bit and stuff. So that's why almost all of them are in here. I was keeping both lights on, get them a whole bunch of light. But Anubias does really good in RO water, in shrimp tanks, you know, and Caradina water. So that I wanted to bring to you. Also, so the substrate in here, for an 8, you know, I get it a couple dollars cheaper, but for an 8-pound bag, this is what I use. I use this, or I use Fluval Stratum. Well, my buddy's store, he don't sell Fluval stuff. So I get to Aquasoil. This is the black humate. If you guys look it up, it's got humate derived soil. Well, that's a lot of stuff that you get like in tannins with your leaves, and ideal substrate for planted aquariums and shrimp nano aquariums, lowers pH and softens water. Unless you start getting into more pricier substrates, they really don't say it so harshly that that this is what we do. It can just say, well, it'll alter your pH. And they might have a picture of a shrimp on it. But Bob Moss nanotip, what? What's going on? I'm playing some Overwatch and editing a video while I alert. Things look really good. My Nubius are doing great. My new tanks. Hey, Bob, I saw. I was at. I keep wanting to buy you stuff. I was at the store today and they're selling a magazine, like the Inquirer or some crap. I'm sure they sell it over in your country too, but it's like Bob Moss, all Bob Moss stuff. And then somebody was selling today when I was looking at Facebook Marketplace, they were selling a Bob Moss poster. And it's like all I keep seeing is, Bob Ross, not Bob Moss. Sorry. All I see is Bob Ross stuff everywhere. And I'm like, man, I should buy it and send it to him. Yeah, it'll cost me $85. But anyway, so I forgot that I had one of these already pre-opened. So I probably filled a 10-gallon tank up, which is almost nothing. So I put 1.5 of these in a 4-pound bag. Okay. Now, if you see this, I don't know if this camera will pick it up. That's $44.95 for an 8.8 pound bag. So a 4.4 pound bag is half of that, 24. It's $25 and almost $50. And then I get a few bucks off, maybe $6 or $7 off. Also, I bought new twist-in tubes for my RO. You always got to have spares just in case, you never know it could happen. It's always nice to have just to swap them out. But so I have 12. I have 16 pounds of substrate in there. I made it a little thicker this time. But I also bought 3 more Jesus Christ. I want to say samurai shrimp. They're not the ones with the fans on their hands that I have. Oh boy, is it getting hit in the head and I can't remember a goddamn thing. See if I can find it. I'll give you some other names for it, but it's the viper shrimp or the vampire shrimp. Now you guys know I had vampire shrimp before, but now he bought 3 more and he points them out to me in the fish tank. He puts them in a fish tank with all those little mini the crayfish that'll stay small, the orange ones. You sip in a can, it can be stupid. Appreciate the thought. Yeah, it's just I see it all the time. I laugh my butt off. So I was gonna get you the big poster so you can put it up next to Baby Yoda. But so yeah, on his list when he orders them from where he orders from, they're called Atya, Atya Gabanesis. Atya Gabanesis. And he's like, Atya? Well, when you punch it up, it says the vampire shrimp, Atya Gabanesis, certainly among the most fascinating and unique aquarium shrimp. They can live, it also says, also known as the African filter shrimp, vampire shrimp, Gabon shrimp, and Cameroon shrimp. It says this peaceful species is very rare, but ideal for the nano implanted aquarium. So now I have 5 of them. I'm not against selling them. But anyways, when I got the first 3 off of them, he's a fish store. So if he, he feeds stuff to certain fish. He has, like, let's say fish food. Well, these shrimps need stuff, particles floating in the water. He doesn't call me for, he's got my mulberry powder stuff in the store, but he sells it. He doesn't call me for special powders to put in there to float around so these guys can eat. So I went in there and got really, I don't know, I felt bad for him the one day because they were digging at the rocks, trying to dig up the, like, all the muck in the stones so they could find something to eat. And I was like, nah, you got to get those here. I said, if you don't have what it takes to feed the animal and they're suffering like that, I got to have them. So when I went in there the other day, it was right when I think it was the day I did this tank. I went in there and he pointed in there and said, look at that. And I looked and there's 3 little ones in there. I said, you got it. You got 3 more? He's like, yeah. So you got to give them all to me because you can't feed them. I got to take them all. So, so now I have 3 more vampires. So I have 5 altogether. One of them died a while ago. I don't know why. The first 2 I have, all 3 are pretty big. So I have no idea why, but so I have the 2 initials, the real big ones, and now I have 3 smaller ones. Yeah, I got some new shrimp. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. I'm sure they're wild. I'm almost positive they're wild caught, Bob, because I'm not sure what it takes to breed them. But I had customers asking me, contacting me if I had the shrimp. They were looking for them for sale. I didn't have them. I can get. It's a lot of things that have been sad. Like my buddy had bamboo shrimp. I was like, dude, I want bamboo shrimp because customers want them. So he sent me like 25. They were in too hot of water. They showed up. Everyone was dead. And it's like in the summertime, we all have accidents and stuff, but that's why I don't have them. But I'll be getting bamboo shrimp too, so I can hook everybody up with those. Yes, I do believe that it's the brackish water thing, just like the Amanos. I don't step into the brackish water stuff, not because I couldn't do it, because if I go brackish, then I get rid of everything else. Either I'm going to breed Amanos and just brackish stuff, or I don't mess with it at all, or I just sell it, or like that's my show tank. That's for me to look at, for my wife to look at, for my son and his friends to look at, for you guys to look at, and I can go, okay, well, I breed all these shrimp, and this is what it looks like if you're a hobbyist, and this is what, if a customer comes here, I could show them the tank, be like, look, this is what you could get if you put some stuff together. So anywho, I ended up paying $90. He charged me $90 for all this booze. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 of them, he was selling for $50 a piece. That's $400. He said, how much did you bring in shrimp that you were giving me? I told him, I said, well, it's $90 worth of shrimp. And he said, okay, I'll trade you even, Steven. Yeah, okay. So I knew that they were suffering because they were in a tank for a couple weeks with almost no light. So, but I know being in these tanks and up here in these tanks, they'll bounce back really quick. But the Anubias are huge. So maybe when they start bouncing back, I'll put a couple up for sale because I don't believe I need them all. Hey, Sean OOTD. That sounds like what the Jawas say on Star Wars. OTD! What's going on? What's going on? So anyways, I don't know if you guys know, this is let We expect 2-3 inches of accumulating snowfall tomorrow night. Just watch the news. I'll leave it up to your best judgment on when to ship. A new customer that we have in Indiana, he put in a small order, and I asked him what his weather is like, because Indiana's only 4 hours from me, and his weather's like ours. And I was like, well, maybe I'll send it out Wednesday, because it looks like it gets a little warm. But Tuesday night into Wednesday, we're supposed to get snow. 2 inches, maybe more. I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. It's Michigan, but if you asked me would I want to go live somewhere where it was hot all the time? No. I would never want to give up. That'd be like if I lived in Canada, or anywhere that had different types of weather. I wouldn't want to give that up to go live somewhere that didn't have 4 seasons, because you really miss out if you don't have it. You never experience it. And I mean, people say, "Oh, I don't want that. I never want." Well, okay. I mean, I have family that live in the mountains that refuse to come to the city. I tell them all the time, "Come on, come stay here. Come enjoy the city life. We'll barbecue. We'll do this. We'll do that." Nope. For years, I'm 48 years old. I can't get one of them to come to the city. They won't leave the mountains. Won't do it. But so, anyways, yeah, I'm doing the StreamYard. So I'm sure you guys can all see it in the top corner. It's I don't know what the deal is. I deleted it, Streamlabs. We'll try again tomorrow, but I've been trying. I tried so much that I contacted AT&T and complained about it. They sent me a new modem. I hooked it all up, and it still don't work. So there's got to be something with Streamlabs. Like I said, I wiped it out. It just started happening. So I deleted it, and then I was like, well, hey, I'll get on StreamYards, because there's been people talking to me about wanting to get on StreamYards, and because we're shrimp people that we can get on here and do the little, we can get our chats going and hang out, and everybody can see each other, and make more of a I don't know, a hangout type deal. And I'm all for that. I think it's super cool. I've done it on fish channels. I find it enjoyable. I'm someone who loves to talk. I could sit on here all night. Literally, you guys know I used to do 4 or 5 hour streams with no problem, without even taking a second breath. So it's just that tonight I have to go to bed early because I got to do school with Luke tomorrow, and I have a doctor's appointment at 2:30. And it's an hour drive to get there, so I have to leave at like 1:15. Yeah, tomorrow's a busy day, or I would stay on here forever. Not much, just got done working in the fish shed for the night. Just need to do my air system, set up my water lines. Yeah, man. I found out about that snow. We're getting it here as well, apparently. I know it sucks. I've been talking to Mr. Dan Slee. We've been putting our 2 cents together on how we want to, because he's got racks like I do, metal racks, how we want to do the air system. For those of you who don't know, I went and bought a new pump, a water pump for the water to pump it over here through my Python hoses. That's all fine and dandy, but I'm tired of the Python hose being across the floor. So I wanted to do something that was more, I could put it away when I'm done. But when I need it, it's right there. Bam, I hook it up and it's there. So I got the 1/4-inch tubing from Home Depot. I bought 75 feet of it. It's really cheap. $4 and some change for 25 feet. It took me 50 feet to get all the way around. You follow the wall. You don't just run it across the freaking ceiling like a dummy. You run it all the way around, put your little elbows on it, and use your staples, put those in so it holds it up in certain areas, But I ran it right here to the corner. Then I put the last 25 feet on it so I can run it to any tank I want in here, right? Well, what I want to do is that pump will pump the water, but it's not as strong. So I need to get one of those larger pumps. My buddy's got it at the store. He's actually got one for sale right now. It's $125. I'll do water in buckets before I buy that anytime soon. But what it is it's just a pump. Like Jadrin Aquatics does. He drops a tube into the water, and then the other tube blows it through a system, and it pushes. It has the push. It's got the power to push through the built-up pressure. So what I think I'm going to do, what we're thinking of doing is running the sprinkler line fillers to do a gallon per hour. So do a gallon per hour on all the 10 gallons, and so it'll run to this side. It'll go all the way down, I'll do all the caradinas and then shut it off there, turn it on over here and have it come and do all the caradinas, and then shut the system down, switch it over to tap water, and then turn the Caradina tanks off and turn just the Neo tanks on down here and fill all 10 of those. And then over here for the 15 over here, and do it like that. So it's going to, I'm still going to be here having to watch, make sure they don't overfill, but still it'll be on a time. And here's my camera. If you guys have never seen one, this is the Wyze, W-Y-Z-E cam pan. But you just plug that sucker in, hook it up to your Wi-Fi, and you can control it by your phone. And you can go anywhere. You can go to the restaurant and go eat. You can sit and watch your water fill. You can do anything. Because it all runs on Wi-Fi. So it's a really good tool to have. $30. So you can't beat it. Well, I'm so clutch at Overwatch. Yeah, same pump I'm using. I love it. Even if your water runs hot, it will just pump air and not burn out like regular pumps. Yeah, because he even said, the pump that I have that does my RO, because I have a pump on there. It's a box, and what it does is it pumps more water pressure through to get me more RO water and the same amount wastewater. Because if I just run regular water, my water pressure through my RO, I get 4-to-1. So I get 20 gallons of wastewater to 5 gallons of RO water. So with the pump, it's a box. It pressurizes it to where I get 4 and 4 or 1-to-1, 5 gallons to 5 gallons. So every hour I get 5 gallons of RO, 5 gallons of wastewater with that box. And he said, oh, we'll hook that up. That'd run it. But yeah, that thing was like $165. So I don't want to add nothing to that. So I'll buy that separate pump. Like I said, he's got it at his store. And all I got to do is call one of my tanks and take some shrimp up there and be like, here you go. And he'll give me the pump. So, but yeah, so that's the next thing. But as of right now, we're not in a huge hurry to get that done because, it's summertime. So, there's nothing else to do in the shrimp room. Everything's done. Everything really runs good. Like I said, we just did the water system in a 1/4-inch pipe. So it works really well. Realizing that just shoving your filters 2 inches below the water in every single tank builds more pressure, and they run 10 times faster. So that has been found out. Just the shrimp, the new shrimp, like green relies. I don't know if you guys have seen my pictures, but I have green relies and they're green. They're not dark green. They're like gemmy green, with clear centers, not a different color and all that. So I got the green Rillies and the 5-gallon there, and they're buried up like you wouldn't believe. So hopefully soon I'll be able to start, getting out some young juvies to some people. I got the orange Rillies banging around the corner over there. I got green Babaltis over there having babies too. I got the zebra Babaltis up there. I got the purple metallics right there. I got the snowflake and boas up there. And then I have the Mike Green tank over there. Guy sent me, I don't even know. He just sent me a tank of Galaxy snowflake fish. I mean, these things are just incredible. Black and red ones. I about crap my pants when I see what he sent. And he's like, yeah, I just did a scoop of shrimp, sent them to you. That guy, he's something else. Not that everybody else isn't, but it's just really nice to see that, the shrimp fam is the way they are, Yeah, I heard you talking crap about Canadian weather. Oh, no, I don't talk crap about Canadian weather. I'd take it in a heartbeat. You heard me supporting your crappy weather because we got the same crappy weather, just not as deep. It's only bad if you live up north. Yeah. John, how's it going? John, Big John. Big John's now down in Florida, see? He's down there in the sun and the heat and in the tornadoes and the hurricanes and he's down there with Trump. I'm using that with a mix of drip emitters. Yeah, the drip emitters. Yeah, the lawn for the sprinklers or whatever, the drip emitters. Yeah. Like Jadrin Aquatics uses. Yes. Same rate for 10-gallon or 280. And my water reservoir is 3 10-gallon IBC tote. Yeah, see? I keep looking at them totes, but I have no place to put it. The biggest thing I'm looking at is like a 55-gallon plastic. They have like pickle barrels over here by me that they sell for like $10. All that was in them was pickles and pickle juice and stuff. They've all been cleaned out. Of course, you have to clean them again, but that's it. It's all food grade. So I was thinking if I got 2 of those, or even just get 1, and then like put it in the storage room right behind me here, way back in the back corner, and I could have the pump all the water, run it up through the ceiling, drop the tube down there, put my float valve on it, and then put the pump right there that would pump and feed all this. So 60 gallons that's perfect, because if I just do a gallon, because I'm not even really doing water changes anymore. I'm just, topping them off. They're 1.5 inches, 2 inches down when I go to do it. So, excuse me. I don't find a need to take out more water, because the more water you take out, then, that's where you take chances of your parameters falling apart. If you take out too much water, the temperature change, all the swings. I know if you drip it in, you should have no issues, but I don't have time. I did a drip. I took 50% out of every tank and dripped it back in. It took me 5 days. I'll never do that again. And there was no benefit from it. Nothing. I wanted to see if the shrimp would breed more, if they'd bury up more, anything. And I saw nothing from it, so it'll never be done again. So now I'm just topping off. That's it. It evaporates, I top off. It evaporates, I top. That's it. Very nice there. Yeah. I know, John. I'd be flying down to going to seeing old Donald. God, who's my buddy just was down there on the not Mexican side, on the Gulf side, Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, the Gulf side over there. Was it the west side of the state? He was over there for 2 weeks. All the tanks or drills. Well, yeah, see, I didn't. At the time when I was throwing this all up, I was too excited to even think about that. I'd probably really enjoy that. You know, who knows? One day, I don't know. I would, it'd be a lot of work. I'd have to like hire a bunch of younger kids or something to come over here, drain these down, move them, just pay people, friends and stuff, bring their kids over, do all that. And then it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. Because I'd more or less have to rebuild a whole new shelf and put all new tanks on here and like move this wall somewhere until all these tanks, at least 5 days until, all the live bacteria put in there was ready to drill holes. But yeah, no bueno. So I'm kind of stuck where I am right now. It's like I said, it's not the worst. If all I got to do is let the water evaporate or just drain some water, that's easy peasy. I could drain water in 2 minutes. I mean, I could literally drain a whole row in probably 5 minutes, a gallon. I got all the tanks marked, drain it down a gallon, plug it, next one, next one, next one, next one, and I put 3 or 4 5-gallon buckets down here. Then when I'm done, I go to dump them, and I start filling it with the hose. I just clip it on, clip it on, clip it on, like I said, if all I got to do is drain them, I used to drain them down here into the floor with the big hose. But that was just one more step I had to do that I really didn't care. Having that hose all over the floor and everything, having to pull up the carpet tile, it's just I'm trying to do things as easy as possible. Bucket Man, welcome. Oh yeah, everyone. The whole 5 people on here, but if no one's hit subscribe, even if you're watching this on a replay, can you please hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and I don't know, whatever makes you feel good on hitting buttons for all the sounds and everything that YouTube provides, just hit them all. Thumbs up, thumbs down, I don't care. I'm cool with it all. Bucket Man says, what temperature you keep shrimp? I keep all of my shrimp at room temperature except my Sulawesi Dennerle shrimp. They're at 82 to 83. They're the only shrimp that need to stay warm that I breed and own. All the other shrimp, it's room temperature. I have a heater right here, a vent. Then there's one out in the main area out there, and I run a fan down here 24/7 to keep all the warm air circulated, and run a dehumidifier, because if it gets too moist in your home, it'll start to get cold. So if you keep the humidity at a decent number, I keep it 45 to 50, whatever I feel like. If it's humid outside, I'll put it to 45. If it's dry, I'll run it at 50. But yeah, it's room temperature. So room temperature, I know you're probably going, well, what the hell's room temperature in your house, dummy? It's well, right now it's if I look at the thermometer, it's like 76, but the tanks are, that one up there 70, the top 70, 71. The bottom one is 68. So there's a 2-degree difference from the bottom rack to the top rack, 70, 68. Also, this, going into this winter, what I did different was, we carpeted it in here, and we did the whole room in carpet squares. Well, I doubled up the squares underneath the tanks, underneath the racks, because it's carpet, and then that real thick rubber made in the USA. And that keeps all the cold down and stuff, because you could walk down here in bare feet and your feet are warm as can be. So I doubled that up. You know, it helps keep everything from coming up. The brick walls there, didn't need to do anything with that, because if you keep the air flowing in here, then that warm air keeps the face of that brick warm. This one never got cold over here. I mean, it was great all winter. Stayed about 70 in here all winter. The tanks did 60, 67 to 70, 66 to 70 from top to bottom. They all did really good. So this was our first winter since we remodeled the basement from when it backed up and we lost thousands of dollars of stuff, everything we owned. Me and the wife remodeled it. I did all the drywall, built all the rooms. And then, you know, she helped me with the carpet, and I ripped down the ceilings, redid all the electrical, put all new lights. We did it all like commercial style, ran all the conduit, like right there. We got all the silver conduit to all the plugs, put switches in, you know, so I got lights up above me here, lights all out there. They're all, you know, controlled non-dimmers and stuff. So, yeah, we got all that done, and so the tanks really did good this year. 18 degrees Celsius at night to 23 during the day. Wow, that's a big jump. Well, yeah, that's a big jump. Why does it jump so much? Do you have the windows open in the winter or something? I think I nailed it with my video today. Everyone who's commented has said it's hilarious. Well, if you wanna build up more attention on your channel, we can talk about it, because your video today was quite funny. If you do not watch Bob Moss Nanotanks, please go over to Bob Moss Nanotanks, because that's one funny son of a bitch. He just, I don't know, he's got all the computer, I don't know, he's got the ability to do all that stuff and make it, you know, all super cool. And, you know, he's got really cool stuff. Chevy Fish, welcome. You know, it's just, he's got it hooked up really good. All right, let me see how I do this. Oh, no, that ain't what I want. Oh, so if you guys don't know, put user in time, block you. If you guys don't realize, like Chevy Fish, your name's not lit up because this is Streamlabs or StreamYard, and I don't know how to make you a moderator on here yet. So it gets warm. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm just joking, Bob. Your channel's really funny. I like how you edit stuff. You know, it like I said, it keeps my attention. I like it a lot. You know, and look, this is another thing I wanted to, you know, bring up. I brought it up a little bit, but I really haven't talked about it. I don't know. I kind of feel weird when I talk about it, but I want to talk about it. It's up on my screen at Detroit. Oh, is it? It is lit up on my screen. Oh, it is? Okay. Well, it's probably because it pumps through YouTube. All right, sweet. It's just not over here. Wait, should I fit? No, it's not over here. Your name's the same as everybody's, but all right. Are very basic, but adding the little clips has made me pretty happy. Yeah, I like how you do the SpongeBob stuff all the time. We're SpongeBob you know, because of the kids and stuff. It's pretty funny. Here's one thing I want to get out there is, and I think it's only fair. Now, do I bring this up because there's a little jealousy? Maybe. Probably yes. But I really think that we need to do something about this instead of, you know, just watching it pass on by. You know, we all need to do this to help each other out, to also benefit from it. And that is getting people's channels to 1,000 subscribers. Because you can watch fish channels and they'll be like, hey, what is the link to Bob channels? Bob Moss, he's Bob Moss Nanotanks on YouTube. If you got a link, Bob, you want to put up there, go ahead if you want. But it's, you know, I understand the shrimp community is smaller than a fish community. Ray Aquatics, amen. Welcome, Ray. But it's, you know, just because we're smaller in the hobby doesn't mean that we don't, you know, have feelings too. But no, I just think if we all banded together and started to get everyone we knew to come over to people's channels and start hitting the subscribe to get us up to 1,000, so the shrimp channels can start to benefit, then I think that would be better. And it would help a lot of people out. Because like me and Bob are like, right, I've been chasing Bob or Bob's chasing me. And then there's a couple others that I won't mention that are creeping like right around just above me and stuff. And I mean, my numbers are going up, but I think if we banded together and started to help each other's out. Oh, look, Streamlabs is coming up on here. Wow, and I shut Streamlabs off, but oh, I wonder if StreamYard is part of Streamlabs. I know Streamlabs, Streamlabs OBS. I don't know. I know those were, but anyways, so it's you know, I just think if we could do that to start pushing people over, because I don't know how many shrimp channels I see. I mean, look, not for nothing, but if you just started last week or 2 months ago or 4 months ago, yeah, I'm not saying, you know, you got to put some time in, you know. That's with anything. I mean, think about it. If you're a union employee, you know, like what I do as a carpenter, you go to get in a union, carpenter's union, first thing them old heads ask you is, how many years did you do rough framing? And if you tell them that you never rough framed, that you just came over to the union to get into the union, oh, they'll turn their backs and just walk away from you and be like, if you don't at least have 2 years of rough framing, we don't even want to talk to you, because you don't know what a hip joint is. You don't know what, you know, anything is. You know, you can't run a saw. You know, there's just so many things, you know. So, you know, and it's like, look what, you know, just, I mean, since we're talking about what Bob Moss does to his videos. I know a fish guy who does that to his videos. And it gets boring after a while. So I don't even watch it no more. But his stuff, it doesn't get boring because it's like, I don't know, like I like potty mouth comics, you know, comics that swear and stuff, you know, and I don't know, it's just funny when Bob swears. So I'm not saying swear more on your channel, because, you know, I'm sure there might be some kids that watch it, but I think, you know, I think it's funny. I find humor and when people add swearing to their stuff, because it's a way of expressing your anger or discomfort about what's going on. That's the way I always looked at it. That's just how it is. Oh, you guys see that I'm wearing my Shrimp Pimp shirt tonight? That the wife bought? Shrimp Pimpin'. What? My mother saw it, started laughing around. So, oh, Bucket Man. I like that name. What was the other one? There was Bucket Man. Ray Aquatics. So I don't know if that's something that we can get together and do, but I think it would really benefit us. I mean, because look, I'm just being honest. There's no money for someone who hits 1,000, but I can use my phone to stream. Look, I got the new phone. I can do everything just on YouTube. I don't need to use Streamlabs. If I'm out somewhere, I can start there's a lot of different things that I could do. That's what I always said. But, it opens up other avenues. But I just, and another thing is I think a big thing is I think we may need to make a presence. We need to make it known that the shrimp hobby is here. We're strong. There's fish people that have shrimp. There's shrimp people that have fish. I can't say, hey, don't leave us behind, pull us with you. Well, you can't drag a dead horse. Well, we're not a dead horse. It's just, I think that if we band together and start to help everybody, one channel at a time, then I think it would be better for the shrimp community because people would find stuff more on YouTube because the numbers are up and there wouldn't be like one or two, just two shrimp people on YouTube, all over YouTube. There'd be more people that are, that have good content that people want to see. So that's what I'm trying to get at is if we could get more people to do that, to support us, get people, everybody, to go around, pick a channel first. It doesn't have to be me. I'm just saying it could be Bob. It could be anybody, but I just think, cause like people call me and they're like, or message me and they're like, hey, so-and-so stole my name of this, or, hey, they're using your name. Because, my powdered food is called crack sacks. I've been doing that forever. Well, now they're, somebody's, I don't know, selling something with the name crack in it, shrimp crack. And it's like, okay, I'm not saying that, do whatever you want. I don't own it, but it's like, it's not hard to come up with names. I have. Hello, Mike Green. Mike Green's got a tank right over here. It's called the Mike Green tank. It is literally has the name Mike Green. It is the Mike Green tank. And it has the best shrimp that I've ever owned. I think so, that I've ever. We're a present. Best present ever. Thank you, Mike Green. Mike Green. He's the cat's meow up in his house. But thank you so much, Mike Green. Mike Green gave me some banging shrimp for free. Couldn't believe it. I thought the guy was pulling my leg. Then he messaged me, hey, I sent you a box of shit. Hope it lives. But thank you, Mike Green. I have a couple ideas in the pipes to potentially get my channel more exposure, but I want permission from the people I want to talk about. Yeah, it's that's not... look, I could get, and it's not bad. It's not bad. But I could talk about stuff, like I said, none of it's negative, but like I said, I just think if people banded together and just said, okay, let's go over to this channel and everybody get it to 1,000. And everybody go over here and get it to 1,000. I mean, like I said, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I give away $300 worth of prizes. The minute I hit 1,000, $300 worth of shit. Who would do that? Nobody. Nobody does that. Nobody. But I said, you hit 1,000. That's for me saying thank you. I have the approval from Blue Crown to give away $300 worth of stuff. it is what it is, but people don't want $300 worth of stuff, so it is what it is. Bucket man, what are a privilege you get when you hit 1,000 subs? Uh, for one, I don't know them all, but the biggest one is you can stream with your cell phone. See, with me, I have to sit here now. I mean, it's for right now. If I was to pick up my phone and go to stream or go to YouTube and hit go live, it'll say that you cannot because I don't have 1,000 subs, over 1,000 or more. So the only way I can stream is from my computer, but I have Streamlabs on my phone. So if I set it up on YouTube and then go over to Streamlabs like I do on the phone, or just go to Streamlabs and stream on Streamlabs, I can do it that way. Also, you can set up to start a members, where people can support your channel. Like, let's say, like now, this is not to get anybody to do this, but if you go on my PayPal, you can donate money. Click on my PayPal, go right to PayPal and donate money during a channel. Okay. But without 1,000 subs, I can't set up members. You can become a member. You can there's all different levels, of support, channel support that you can give, to where it's 99 cents a month to $5 to $20 to whatever. And you choose what level you want to do. But, like this computer I bought for $600. It's almost $1,000 computer. It's an MSI gaming computer. I bought it selling shrimp through my channel, selling all my products. I used the profits and bought this computer because my other computer didn't plug in, right to the modem, and it would drop. It was just running on Wi-Fi. So that enabled me to buy this computer, enabled me to buy this Logitech 920 camera. It enables me to do a lot of stuff, buy substrate, set this big, huge tank up to show off, purchase shirts in advance, pay cash for them up front to have the shirts made, and sit around and wait for them to sell. It enables me to do new products, all sorts of stuff. But the 1,000 subscribers, that's what it does. It opens a lot of monetization through YouTube. But here's the thing. With as small as 1,000 subscribers, you would have to have so many hours hitting 1 million views and all this to really make any money. But it's actually somebody stuck the key, unlocked the handle, and you're starting to go in the door. So they're opening the door for you, and you've hit that milestone. And then from there, it's just, how far you want to go from there. Kind of the sky's the limit stuff. But, this is like, the little miner guy on, The Price is Right. You can go get all the way up. You got to work. You got to work hard. I've been doing this for a while. It's just shrimp channels are, there's not a lot. And, the hobby doesn't have like just strictly shrimp people. So the shrimp people that they do have, is what it is. But that's what I'm saying. I think, and another thing when you hit 1,000 is YouTube will start to spread your name around everywhere and get more people to come and see you. I'm on different platforms and stuff. I'm on Discord and stuff, but it doesn't get me. I'm still not at 1,000. And, all my stuff's positive. None of my stuff is negative. And it still doesn't get me 1,000 subscribers. So, it's the attention it brings to your channel. So, yeah, it also feels good. Yeah. Community tabs. Yep. The community tab. That's a big one. Stream from phones. Apply for monetization. Yeah. I want to do a series. Expose videos. I want to do a video with Bob Moss. That would be hilarious. I'd probably just laugh and piss my pants the whole time. What did that say? Hold on. Oh, and that's another thing. I try not to hold up. If you leave a comment, I'll get to it. If I miss it, say something. I don't like to miss any comment. So if I had hundreds of people in here, I'd lose track. What is this? I want a light green tank. Yeah, I got. Hey, I wanted one for Christmas, and I got one. Hey, Don Saventus, welcome. Hey, Brian, do shrimps grow bigger and faster in bigger tanks than smaller? I wouldn't say bigger, faster. It depends on the amount of shrimp you have. If you have too many shrimp in a tank, and they're not all being fed, or they're not getting the amount of food that they should get, they'll probably take longer to grow. If you have them in a bigger tank, I don't want to say that they'll grow faster, but there will be less fighting for food. They can scavenge everywhere. Plants, substrate. They don't have to worry about just being in a 10-gallon and there being 100, 150, blue bolts. And they're like, oh my gosh, all the algae's gone from over here. There's none in the substrate. God, he hasn't fed us anything in, a day. So a larger tank, like I said, probably, yeah, you could say that. I would have to say, look, I'm not a scientist, but I have them in there, and can't really say they grow faster, but they breed a lot fast. Man, they breed. Geez Louise. They love to breed and fast flowing. They like to flow in water too. They like a fast flow. So I would have to say they will grow larger. And I would have to say the speed's probably a little faster than normal due to the fact that they don't have to fight so much for food because the tank's bigger and it's got way more stuff in there for them. And the snails, they're not competing with snails. They're not competing with other shrimp. There's a lot of things, more areas for biofilm to grow, So yeah, I'd have to say that they will grow faster. I don't know how much faster and bigger. I'd probably say that they get bigger and larger tank because there's way more food. So yeah, those would be the answers that I would stick behind instead of just trying to sell you some bullshit. This channels do it all the time. Just make a video, pick whatever channel, do the 1,000 or 500 subs, etc. It's like a spotlight video for other channels. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's you could say it's a jealousy thing. Because I feel so strongly about the shrimp community. I feel so strongly about it. You guys don't ever see me do anything but say hello on another fish channel. I don't ask nobody for help over there. I stream when I want because look, I'm a shrimp channel. Now look, I'll talk with fish people. I've been on fish channels because they do shrimp too and they like shrimp. So, but I don't ask for no help from any fish people. It's just shrimp people. Now hey, look, if 500 fish people hit subscribe, would I complain? Heck no, I wouldn't. But I don't want to run to the other half of the hobby and ask for help when I think that us shrimp people can band together and show the fish people that we are, a group that is strong and can do the same thing. And like I said, is it jealousy? I'm not going to lie. Yeah, there's some jealousy there. I would be lying if I didn't say that there was there. You know, for people to say, hey, let's get so and so to 1,000, and he's there, and you know, by morning time, and I'm like, holy shit, you know. So I think that we can do it. And my question to myself was, why don't we do that? Why haven't we done that? You know, so that was my question. And that's what I wanted to talk to everybody about, is why we don't do that. You know, we don't get no respect. No respect. We don't get no respect. I've been debating going on some people's streams just through Discord, but I'm actually kind of shy. Might take a bit to warm up. Shut up, dude. You're hilarious. Yeah, the channels I think I did three streams. They were all right. I enjoyed them, but it's like the people that have asked me to do it, they're not ready to have like long discussions. They want to have like an hour show, and you know, 30 minutes into it, you're just kind of getting warmed up. You answered like 3 questions, and you're already 30 minutes into it. You're like, shit, there's only 30 minutes left, you know. And then when you ask me to come on your show, you got to be ready to put some time in, you know, because once I get going, it's, you know, you're not stopping me very well. You know, I'm like a locomotive with no brakes, you know. Sorry. So yeah, once you get on, that's what I'm saying. If we did something, I don't know if your subscribers would go down if you but if we did one, that would just be hilarious. No, I meant like pick another shrimp channel and do the video for them. Yeah. How do I say this? It's kind of what happened was I was kind of asked to do a video like after everyone else did their videos already. So I didn't feel like I wanted to really be the caboose. You know, I didn't want to bring up the rear, you know. I didn't want to be the last guy on the list, you know, because it was like, you know, I'm just not here to fill a slot, you know. So, you know, I don't know. It all comes down to, you know, seriously, I mean, if you want me to be honest, it's just, you know, I wasn't asked, let's say, to be in the top 10. So when I was asked, I was just like, you know what, it's so late in asking me. I didn't feel like doing it, you know. So, like I said, it's been asked, but I've never like talked to anybody where like they've asked, you know, to do that, to do a video, to put on their channel, to ask and get someone to 1,000 subscribers. Because what the other communities do is just a guy like right now, I come on here and be like, hey, let's get Bob Moss Nanotanks to 1,000 subscribers because he deserves it. And he does. His videos are sick. They make you laugh all day long. He puts a lot of time into them. I don't know. If I was shown how to do it, I'd be able to do it. But I don't have the patience to sit and stare at this thing and try to figure it out. When I mean, I have a lot to do. I'm a parent, you know, trying to, you know, get work, stay afloat. You know, I have an expensive mortgage, you know, but hey, those were my choices. So that's why I always go live. Plus, I think a live, for me anyways, I like everybody to see what I do right then and there. I like to block nothing out. If I look like a dummy, I look like a dummy. It is what it is, you know. But that's how I like it. Plus, to me, it's simpler, you know, because I don't have to, you know, do anything. So, but, you know, I think Bob needs to be at 1,000. I mean, the guy, You know, whether he says he doesn't put much time into it, it's still funny, you know. You guys ever watch that Copenhagen Bandit, the comedian? Look that guy up on Facebook, 3.0, well, 2.0. Facebook keeps trying to kick him off, but he's a Southern guy, and he's freaking funny. Yeah, check that guy out. And then what was it I was watching the other day? I wanted to talk to you guys. Oh, let me talk to you guys about something else right now that I want to bring up. I have a new food. I can't really show you because so I have to come up with a name for it, but it's like the snowstorm. It's made almost the same way. It's a pressed food, and I ordered it. I bought it a long time ago from someone else who's selling it. It's not really big in the market, but I got a ton of it. I bought, I don't know, 10 pounds of it. So I just have to come up with a name, but it's like you guys see, like, look, I sell Snowstorm. So I got bags of Snowstorm. You guys need Snowstorm? Snowflake, I mean. Sorry, not Snowstorm. See, I didn't lose it. You guys need Snowflake? Let me know. I got bags of it. But this stuff I bought, and this stuff, okay, I could put the Snowflake in there and the shrimp will eat it. And there's times when it's like on the black substrate. You can see it on the black substrate. I put this other stuff in there. Wham, it's gone in like 30 minutes. Gone. And I'm like, where did it all go? And I don't know where it all went. And, I mean, they devour it. So I got to put that on the website. But I have to think of a name for it. So, if you guys are really interested in a really, really good food, I'll sell it for the same price as I do the Snowflake, which is cheaper than anybody. I sell Snowflake $6 for 40 grams. Everyone else sells it like $8 to $9 for 40 grams. I'm not trying to get rich off of it. I'm just trying to help everybody out, get some good food. And I'll do this other food the same way. So it'd be $6 for 40 grams. I don't know the name of it yet, so just say, hey, it's the secret food till you come out with the name food. That's what I want. And you'll be astounded by it. It's crazy good. Hobbies like this, what I have noticed is live streams and longer form videos don't always do as well. No, they don't. I just like to come on here and kick it a lot. Sometimes, I make my videos, put them on. A lot of my shorts have been doing really good. I did one and it's got almost 400 views on it. I did it like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So, the shorts do really good. But I like to come on here and talk to everybody, talk to the community, hang out with you guys. I mean, I'm on here 46 minutes longer than I was supposed to be, but you need some snow. It's $6 for 40 grams. I don't care where. Oh, for you, Mike, it's free. You just sent me a buttload of shrimp. Yeah, I'll send you some Snowflake, and I'll send you some of the new stuff too. Yeah, I'll try to get that together tomorrow. $6. Let me get 5 packs. Do I pay? You want 5 packs? Yeah, everything's PayPal. Everything's PayPal. Nah, man, I'll pay for it. All right, well, I can't argue with somebody who wants to pay. Yeah, it's all PayPal. But the new food, I'll send you a sack of that. But in my opinion, I love the Snowstorm. But it's even here. I'll even read it to you. I'll read you what the box says, and I'm not going to show it to you. I don't want everybody knowing my secrets. Not yet. I got to make some money before everybody gets known it. But it says, see if I can read it without my buffers pH, disperses quickly. Uh, 100% natural and organic ingredients. Revolutionary formula includes natural peats and humates. Provides a slow, steady release of beneficial ingredients by natural biological activity. Major scientific breakthrough, faster and better. So that's all I'm going to give you, because but they're pellets. They don't blow up as big as the snowflake, but I mean, they go bonkers. I mean, I could put some in a tank. I mean, I fed all these tanks, but I could put some in a tank and then move the camera over there. I'll do that just so you guys believe what I'm saying. This stuff cats me out. But yeah, so I've been wanting to tell you guys about this, but I've had the problems with, okay, so I'm putting in a piece about that big. It's about let's say a half inch. But yeah, I've been wanting to tell you guys, but I thought that I had Wi-Fi problems, so I wasn't able to do it. You know, I wanted to wait till I fixed my Wi-Fi. All right, look. Now look, I'm going to move the camera so you can see, and you can see how fast they attack this. They're already on it. All right. I'll turn autofocus on. See if I can get you over here far enough. Now, like I said, I fed all these guys today, so just hold on. All the little babies are coming in. Trying to get it to focus in really in. And the babies in here are so small, and they're all around that pile. I don't know if you can see those little blue hues all around there. Those are all little baby shrimplets. Now that's only what, a minute to 2 minutes. Now I bring you back over here in 2 more minutes. There'll probably be 75, 80 shrimp out. They'll just continuously come out of the woodwork. And these are the orange eye royal blue tigers. So we'll come back to that. I'll show you in a couple minutes so you're not just staring at a bunch of Krizap. And you can see that it ain't just me. Bob, I got to go to bed. Good talking to you. Have a good one. Hey, thanks for showing up, Bob. Have a good one. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Keep your mask hands strong. Uh-oh, Dansley? Yeah. See you soon, Bob. Okay. So you want 6 packs of snowflake, and then have me send you a pack of the new stuff. Oh, Chevy Merritt said she enjoyed talking to you about the whiptails. I appreciate it. I think she tends to stick to herself, but she knew I showed you the photos. So many shrimp eat that stuff. So what is this? What did Dan Slee send me? You know when Dan Slee sends you something, it's always cool. Uh-oh. Oh. Copenhagen Bandit. I love whiptails. Oh, are those little catfishy things that go down in the substrate? Those real cool little thingies? Thank you, Michael Green. I'll get you taken care of tomorrow while Luke's while Luke's in school. I'll get your package together, and then I'll take your package to, oh man, how do we want to do this? UPS or USPS tomorrow. Let me see if my wife can get it to USPS tomorrow, because when she comes home, I have to leave for the doctor's for an hour drive and an hour drive back. So USPS will probably be closed. So if I can get her to take it up there when Luke's done with school at 2:00, if the lines aren't too long, if not, I'll send it UPS. $50 for some food, and you keep the rest for a stream tip. Well, thank you very much, sir. I'll still send you $50 worth of food. I'll send you $49. I'll keep $1 for a tip. I know, Chevy. That's yeah, weird looking fish that looks like a stretched limo pleco. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Are they the ones that suck on the glass? Are they long and they like suck on the glass? So I know they call whiptails, but every time I got a few in my head, and I'm thinking they got like a longer head with like a nose on them, and then when they're stuck to the glass, their mouth is about yay far down. Yeah, stretch limo pleco. Yeah, that's got to be it. Yeah. Yeah. And what's them ones that look like little airplanes? They're like catfish, and they like burrow down in the sand and they sit there and then they'll come out. Can't remember what those are. Those are pretty cool though. Oh, here, Mike, I'll show it to you now. Watch all this shrimp on it now. And like I said, they've been fed today a lot. And I feed them the snowflake and this stuff, and look at all the babies. Now, I'm not going to credit the babies to this food, but that's crazy. And these are the orange-eyed royal blue tigers. So, but then in another 5 minutes, there'll be another 100 on there. I mean, I don't know, there's probably 250, 300. Let's say about 200, 220, I'll guess, orange-eyed royal blue tigers in that tank. Coolie Loach, yeah. Yep, that's them. Okay, yeah, Coolie Loach. That's one from you, not buried up yet, but doing good. That orange red hue. Yeah, and to let everybody know too, I'm gonna take, try to earn some more money on here and stuff, but take some of the take a couple dollars that I've been making and put it into my website. But the bad thing is you have to pay it all up front. So you got to pay a whole year up front, or you don't get a free domain. So mine, DetroitShrimpAquatics.com, I got that because I paid for the whole year, the lowest package. That's why you can't pay for stuff on my website and you gotta message me and we go through it that way. Well, if I buy a more expensive one, then you'll be able to buy everything, do everything on my website, just like, a professional's website. But, it's, so I just didn't have it at the time, so I really don't have it now, but I'm going to stretch it and get it in there. So I'm sure I'm getting close to a year now. So I'm going to have to update it. So, it's more user friendly because it's not user friendly right now. So, but I appreciate everyone working with me on this and, doing everything they can to make sure that they get an order because, I mean, my website goes off on my phone, I don't know how many times a day and nothing because, I mean, you can't, if you don't know to come on here and talk to me here and you don't know to leave a message, a lot of people I know, they'll just say, screw it. They come on, see my prices, just to maybe compare it to somebody else's. But so I got to make it better. What is this? I'm sure Shrimp will love it. Yeah. All right, here, now I have to show you. They broke it up. Watch. I'm not kidding, dude. This stuff is crazy. Now look, now look at it. How many shrimp you think are there now? Because they busted it up. They're fighting with each other. Now they got two piles. Yeah. That's a lot. I like it. So, it's a big time food. I just got to come up with a name for it. So, because I can't change Snowflake. It's just what it is. Snowflake, snowstorm, whatever you want to call it. Then we have crack sacks. So now I have to make a name for this because, like I said, I know one guy that sells this stuff. I bought it a long time ago and it did the same thing, and I didn't know what it was because he has a name for it. So now I want to make my own name for it. That's why I'm not saying anything right now because, for one, I don't want people throwing out a bunch of names. I got to come up with a Detroit name. So, have you seen Tim? In a while, I haven't heard from him in a while. Tim, that would be what's his online name? Sean. Tim. Yeah. I'm trying to think of his last name. Oh, Chubby Guppy. Oh, I thought you were talking about the other. Yeah. Chubby Guppy's do. Oh, yeah. Well, he puts it on Facebook, so I guess I'm not putting info out there. But yeah, Chubby. Okay, I thought you were talking about the other Tim that comes on here. Tim Gazzetti. That's it. Tim Gazzetti. That's my other Tim. No, Chubby Guppy is he's doing good. He posted a thing. Chubby Guppy's got two Facebooks. He's got one Chubby Guppy. He's got one Tim. I'm on both of them, but he's wife's getting trying to get her I don't know, paperwork done or something. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's happy times for him. He's doing good. So yeah, I see him around. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. I talk to him here and there. So yeah, Chubby is chubby and he's pretty happy. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but Mark Shrimp Tanks let him back on his channel. The whole time he was banned or whatever, he stayed on that monthly membership and kept paying the whole time. And then I talked to him and he's like, yeah, I've been paying the whole time. I'm like, dude, really? I was like, why don't you talk to Mark? He'll probably put you right back on. Mark ain't the one. Mark didn't kick you off there. Somebody else did. So next thing I knew, the next time Mark was on, Chubby Guppy was back on there. I was like, there you go. Yeah, Chubby Guppy's a good dude, real good dude. I like Chubby Guppy. Yeah, I rarely use Facebook, so I missed it. We just chat on Messenger from time to time. Yeah. He's his wife was going to court, or not court, but whatever it is, to get her her American citizenship. So that. So I guess he's, quite happy about that. I would be too. But yeah, if his health is good and everything, hey, I'm glad. But yeah, Chubby Guppy, yeah, he like sent Luke guppies, really nice guppies. Some called them calls. He's like, yeah, I'll just call them some really nice guppies. But yeah, yeah. What else? There was one other thing that I wanted to tell you guys before I did the food. Can't think of it. Oh, I didn't feed these guys today. I know that. I put the powder in there for them, so when they're whipping their mitts around, this has it's like my crack sack on steroids. This has mulberry leaf. It has ground up duckweed. This has Bacter AE. I think that's it. Mulberry, duckweed, Bacter AE. Oh, and the melanite or moxonite clay, or however you say it, it's got the clay in it. So this is crack sacks on steroids. And I think that's why this tank is having so many babies, because I feed this every day for the shrimp that grab it, because they have to be able to get stuff out of the water column. So I feed this to them every single day. And of course, the other shrimp eat it too. And that could be a reason that they have so many babies. that the mamas get pregnant so much. I mean, I don't know for sure, but we can only guess. But it's if that's the only tank that I feed it to. I mean, that I feed it to every day, so they're eating it every day, so they're getting factory every day. I'm sure I gotta give some of it over to that. So, oh, I don't know if I posted the picture. I can see my videos jumping on here now too. I'm gonna have to look into it. I was a mod for him for years till that started. Yeah, Mark can F off, but he was allowed back because Shelly was, yeah. Shelly's kicked out, and then Mark went crazy, really started screwing over mods and people like Tim. Yeah, it was really messed up because I was in that stream because Tim asked if he could talk about if he could promote my stream that night. Excuse me, because I was giving something away or doing something really cool. So he asked Mark if he could do it. Mark said yeah, and Mark even announced it. And then he started to talk about because he had told me about Brightwell. I don't know. I mean, if you got if you have a company that you ask, hey, will you sponsor me on a shrimp tank or a fish tank? I'll use all your products. I'll make videos about it. And they say, okay. Well, look, I mean, if they give you a tank and give you everything, I mean, you could save, a couple $100 and make a video on them. And he was talking about that. And yeah, I don't know if he upset her. They're saying, Mark, don't use that, blah, blah, blah. But he was just excited about it. And next thing you know, he got banned. But Tim paid his membership fees that whole time while he was banned from the channel. I was like, dang, really? And he's like, yeah. I was like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you can pay me monthly money and I'll never ban you. I could never do that to someone who gives me money. I would have to be like, well, didn't really care for that, but he supports my channel. I got to support my supporters, so. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I kind of, everyone knows that comes on here. I don't have that problem. I don't have fighting, arguing. I don't have none of that. I have my mods. It's like everybody on here is like family. They know each other. Everybody's super cool. I really, really enjoy it. I don't even know if any mod has ever muted. So, Monica did a long time ago. That started a whole bunch of stuff. Oh my God. But other than that, she didn't do anything that she shouldn't have done. But other than that, everything's been fine. But I mean, I like moderators. It's like I don't know. I feel special because I have a lot of big name people as my moderators. I don't want to put too many moderators because I'm a small channel. It's like I don't want to go on a channel and he's got 40 freaking moderators, and only 500 subs. It's like I got a gang. Don't mess with me, But I really like everybody that comes on the channel. I actually, when I don't see some of you guys, like I haven't seen you. I mean, Sean, I know I slowed up a little bit, but there's some people I don't see for a while. It's like, man, like DMC. I don't know, a couple videos back or something, DMC hopped on, and someone was just asking me the day before, hey, have you talked to DMC? I haven't talked to him in a long, long time. Is he okay? Blah, blah, blah. I heard somebody, might have passed away. And then all of a sudden, bam, he was on my channel saying hi, checking in, and it's like I worry about everybody, that's always on here. I mean, I know everybody's got a life, but if you stop checking in, I get worried, and I'm like, oh man, what happened to them? Are they okay? And that's the bad thing about YouTube, creating this big family and all these friends that we've never had before, that talking me and my family, because there's people on here send stuff to Luke, people that say nice things to my wife because she served in the military, people that send stuff to me, all sorts of stuff. People that spend their money here, that donate money to us. I mean, so it's all family and friends, and if I don't see one of you, that's what I'm saying. Montmorilla nights. Yeah. So if I don't see somebody, I get worried, I mean, I won't get worried like, oh my God, but I mean, I don't know how many times I've asked, hey, has anybody seen Chubby Guppy? I haven't seen him in a while, blah, blah, blah. No worries. We still rocking. See, there he is right there. See? DMC. See, look at that. Talk about, he was lurking. What a dirty dog. Speak of the devil. Yes. But see, there he is. It's like, so I don't worry about DMC no more. I know DMC's in good shape. But that's the thing is if you check in with me and then people ask, I can say, nope, I talked to him. It's like Chubby Guppy. I mean, I've never spoke to the man on the phone, but he's come in my show and, I see him on his other Facebook. So, be careful what you ask for. Oh, I'm always careful what I ask for. The devil's always allowed. What was I have in my car, I got lucky when I bought my Dodge Magnum, my newest one, my 05. It came with unlimited lifetime Sirius satellite. And I was listening to Howard Stern today, and he was talking to Chris Rock. LOL and hi, DMC. Mike K, buddy. And he was talking to Chris Rock, and Chris Rock was telling him how he used to get beat up when he was a kid because he was from South Carolina. He was born in South Carolina. He was like the only black kid in school. Well, anyways, we won't talk about all that because that wasn't, I mean, the guy says a lot of, heartfelt stuff. But he said one thing because Howard said, do you ever think, of, getting these people back or anything like that? He said, no. He said he went to church a lot because a lot of people in his family were preachers. So you go to church. He said the preacher told him, the minister or whatever said, God does, or the devil doesn't, wait a minute, how do you say it? God doesn't punish you for your sins. Your sins punish you for your sins. So if you think about that, it's a pretty powerful thing to say, a statement to, say, because if you think about it, and say, well, God doesn't punish you for your sins. Well, then who punishes you for your sins? Well, it's your own sins punish you for your sins, because he said, just for one of the things, he said he was somewhere directing one of his movies, directing it and in it. And when he was walking around, he went over to the side and there was a security guard there. And it was a guy that used to beat him up when he was a kid. And he said the bad thing is if this guy would have been my friend, he would probably be on the set with me, hanging out with me, enjoying me as a friend, having me, guy that's got millions of dollars. But no, now he has to stand on the side, being a security guard, making barely any money, looking at a guy he used to pick on and beat up, making millions of dollars directing movies. So like his sin of treating Chris Rock so bad is repaying him because he doesn't get to be Chris Rock's friend and benefit from him being who he is. So I thought that was a pretty powerful thing that I heard about today. So yeah, the analogy. Yep. Yeah, DMC, he pops in. Oh, and here's another one, Fish Tropic. See? Hey, he's another one. Pops in and out, says hi. And that's it. He's a busy guy, but he never stays away too long to where, you know, people start questioning, you know, hey, this and that. He's always popping in. And good to see you, Fish Tropic. Good to see you. Glad you're on this side of the grass. All you can ask for these days. Yep. Sits. Sits. You're looking like a shrimp rock star there, but yeah, my wife got me the shrimp pint shirt. I don't know how she got it, but good to see you, Mr. Tropic. You know, it's probably something too when you don't come to a channel very often and you come back and you're still a mod. I would hate that to leave it, you know, be on a channel, be there all the time, and then your life gets busy and then you come back and you're not a moderator anymore. I don't know, that'd be kind of shitty. My moderators don't matter how long you're gone. You're always a moderator when you come back. So but what do we got? 11:19. All right. I think we're gonna just stay on a couple more minutes. Then we're gonna call it. I gotta get in the shower. I gotta get everything going. Luke's right above me. I gotta get off here because I'm loud and he can't sleep. And I don't need to sleep on the couch tonight getting yelled at by mama. But so, Mike, you'll see that. Watch here. Amada is supposed to be your first follower. Yeah, Fish Tropic. He was one of my first followers. So, I mean, it's just a respect thing. If you're my moderator, be my moderator forever. It's just how it is. If you're gone for 2 years, you come back, you still have a blue ridge. Watch this, Mike. That's one thing with this food is they eat it till it's completely gone. I've never seen it. I mean, I've seen them eat food, shrimp eat food, but they'll eat. Hold on. I got to hold this with both hands so I don't shake. But they'll stay here and won't leave one bit on the substrate. Not one bit. Let me back it up so to see if it gets any better. Because, see, look, it's almost all gone. I put a half an inch of food in there, bro. And look, there's almost nothing on the substrate. It's all gone. It literally is all gone. It cleaned it up. Now tell me those ain't fat burgers from Wendy's. Fat burger. I got to make some food. All right. Who best tomato? Yes, sir. There are some beauties. Yes, thank you. Can't wait to try it out. Yes, sir. All right. Well, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna end this stream. I thank everyone for showing up and giving me some time. We've been on here for 2 hours and 18 minutes. See, it's starting to lag on me. I can see right now. Now I don't know if it's the camera, or if now it's sped back up again, or if it's StreamYard. So I'm gonna have to look into it tomorrow some more, and see what I can do about making sure. But this is done pretty good. It's better than Streamlabs, but like I said, I deleted Streamlabs. I could put that back on. But yeah, see, I could see it's dragging again. What is it? Oh, it's a new food. I got to come up with the name. Tropic. I haven't come up with the name, but I got the snowflake. But this is another pelletized food that I got to make my own name for it. But it's a pelletized food that I got now that I'm starting to sell. I got a big fat lettuce. This is just my first bag, so I got a big, huge bag of it. So that's what I'm saying. If I can get a discounted price on it by buying huge amounts, I'm not going to charge you guys more. You know, if I can make hit a certain number, if I can get back what I paid and then a certain number past that, I'm happy. That's it. For my time, for my time. That's it. But yeah, I think this went pretty good. We had a couple sticky spots where it slowed up a little bit. I just want to work on a few things. But I think what I want to do is maybe, once a week, come on here. We'll do where you guys can come on and get on the channel. Because now that we're doing StreamYards, we can put, I think 6 people on here. And maybe we can get these streams really full with a bunch of shrimpaholics. But, all right, I want to say thank you to everyone that's come on here, all my moderators that have been on here, and some that just showed up that we haven't seen in quite a while. It's good to see that everyone's super healthy. And like I always say, this side of the grass. It's really, really good. I guess it can't make for a better night to know that everyone's still in great shape. So thank you so much again, like I said, for everything you guys do, because without you, I mean, it just wouldn't be, I wouldn't have a channel. I mean, I could sit here and talk to myself all night long. I mean, I do it every day anyways. People are always like, you talking to yourself? So, but it'd be kind of weird doing it to a computer. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a great night. And yes, Sean, everybody. I mean, I don't want to pick out anybody special. Tropic, Chevy Fist, DMC, just everyone that's hopped in here. Mike Green. Mike Green's got his own tank. He's the first one that has his own tank. Look at that, Mike Green, Mike Green. But thank you guys so much. Bob Moss. Go check out Bob Moss if you have not checked out Bob Moss. Don Cervantes. Bucket Man. Thank you for stopping in. There was one more new person I want to say hello to. Where is he at? Just Ray Aquatics. Thank you for stopping in too, checking out the channel. But until next time, everybody, please stay safe, stay focused. Hey, wear your mask. I don't care what anybody says. It'll save your life. Until it's over, wear that mask. I mean, it don't do nothing. We all look the same wearing it, so don't think it's goofy. Because I don't want to be missing nobody on this channel. All right? All right. Till then, till next time, peace. Stay smooth, and we'll see you soon. All right. From Detroit, we out.